Namaste, kings and queens. Welcome to my Facebook, if that is the platform you are watching on. Welcome to my YouTube channel, if that's the platform you're watching on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping on this video or watching this video. I am super duper honored that you allowed me to assist you on your spiritual journey, to getting back to yourself, to healing, to growth. I never, ever want to get to the place where I am not humbly honored that you guys are allowing me, the people who watch this video, are allowing me to assist you on your spiritual journey. This video is going to be about basic ancestor altars, but let me just hold off on a minute on that and tell y'all that I have been assisting people with setting up their ancestor altars, and I am nothing but honored that they chose me to assist them on their spiritual journey. I will never take that for granted. I have said it before, I'm a forever student, so every day I learn something new. And when I learn, I have no problem teaching anyone else. And if something I say doesn't resonate with your spirit, please let me know so that I can guide you in the proper direction of something that may resonate with your spirit, because I don't want your spiritual journey to start and stop with me. This video is about basic ancestor altars, but as you grow in your spiritual journey and as you tap in more with your ancestors, you're going to start to realize that they want things that I didn't tell you about in this sitting, in this video. There's going to be things that you're like, oh, I'm craving a Coke. Maybe that might be something that your ancestors said they want a Coca-Cola. So, stuff like that. Like, a lot of people are like, when I tell my friends about ancestor altars and what to use to set up a basic ancestor altar, after a while, they start to put and add their own little spin on their ancestor altars based on how their ancestors have guided them and how spirit has guided them to do so. So don't let it start here. Let this be your beginning. Let this be your starting out. But please continue to grow. Please continue to ask questions. And please continue to honor yourself by honoring your ancestors. Don't ever stop. Don't let anybody derail you from self. Okay, don't let anybody derail you from your ancestors. They belong to you. Okay, they are you, you are them. They are your flesh and your blood, and they are here to assist you. Okay, you do not have to be a part of a specific religion to do this. You can be Catholic, you can be Christian, Catholic, Buddhist, Muslim, all of that. An ancestor altar is very, very basic to the altars you'd be setting up for your deities, which is something that has to do with religion and something I will not discuss tonight. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. We're talking about ancestors, okay? So to start the video off, I will be discussing exactly what an ancestor altar is. So if you've been following me for a while, or you have watched any of my previous videos, I have talked about an ancestor altar, but I don't believe I went too much into detail about everything on the ancestor altar and what it represents. I did tell you what belongs on an ancestor altar, but I didn't go into detail about what each item represents and why we put these things on our altar. So that's what this video is going to be about. What is an ancestor altar? An ancestor altar is a beautiful and effective way to connect and gain support from your ancestors from the spirit world. Okay? So this is for you to gain and connect, with your ancestors and to gain support from your ancestors. Each person that I've talked to who has set up their ancestor altar, or who I've helped set up their ancestor altar, a lot of them have been telling me how they have, in each endeavor since they've set up their ancestor altar, they've had little to no mistakes, because they feel like they have a bit of foresight, almost like a psychic ability, when really it's your ancestors helping you see your pitfalls before you go to walking or before you leap or jump, you kind of see, oh, let me be careful right there. Let me be careful with that person, or let me be careful with this situation. You know, let me go to spirit and ask spirit to guide me first before I jump off into this. And a lot of them are like, gosh, it feels like I know what's going to happen before it happens. And I'm like, that's your ancestors guiding you to greatness. You know, that's their support, you know. And it's very beautiful, really. So why do you need an ancestor altar? It's a portal for your ancestor altar. It's a portal between the physical and the spiritual realm. It is a portal. Prayer, meditation, and healing. So your ancestor altar is going to be the place that you can go BMW, bitch, whine, and moan. Okay, like if you feel like you don't have anybody you can go to vent, if you feel like your friends are all vented out of your situation, you can go to your ancestors. Like, it's okay to go to them, write them a letter. If you don't feel comfortable talking at your ancestor altar, go to them, write a letter, and then place it on your ancestor altars, or keep a book that you can write, you know, the trials and tribulations of your day and then place it on your ancestor altar. And just, you know, that was your way of communicating with them. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what to do. But warning, whenever you tell your ancestors your problem and they bring you a sign as to how to deal with the problem or how to effectively get through, and you do not listen, be prepared for them to slap the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Be prepared for them to present themselves to you in a way that is going to wake you the fuck up, okay? This happened to me recently. I had a dream. My grandmother presented herself to me in my dream. In the dream, I kind of like ignored her warning, and then I looked back and she looked at me in like a very scary manner. And then a couple days later, I was presented with the same situation that she warned me about. And I was like, that's what it was. But I know how to handle it because she told me in my dream how to handle it. So, yeah, be prepared for your ancestors to tell you exactly what to do, and be prepared to and act out exactly what you need to do to solve the problem. Don't go to your ancestors with a problem you're not ready to let go of. You feel me? So, prayer, meditation, and healing. A lot of us deal with issues that we feel like we inherited, or maybe we feel like this runs in our family and we're never going to be able to get through it because it's just gone from generation to generation to generation. It ran in your family until it ran into you. If you are watching this video, it's because you are ready and you have been chosen to be the person to break the generational curses and to break the generational chains of trauma and hurt and pain that has plagued your family for generations. Okay, you have been chosen to heal 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. And when you set up this ancestor altar, you are standing by yourself in the physical, but you come as 10,000. Your ancestors are there like, okay, she's the chosen one. He's the chosen one. They're ready to heal. Whatever the hell is going on in our family is going to start with them. Okay? And it's time. You have been picked. You know, I'm sorry it had to be you or not, because maybe you were ready. Okay? So healing. It's time. It's time to heal whatever you struggle with, that your grandma, your grandpa might have struggled with. Okay, it ran in your family until it ran into you. You're strong enough, you are powerful enough to get through this and to heal this up off of your lineage. You are powerful and you can do this. Your ancestors wouldn't have called you to this if they weren't going to help bring you through it. Okay, God wouldn't have put you in this position to heal your family if you weren't prepared to do this. Okay, so this ancestor altar is going to help you heal your entire lineage, okay? Whew, I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited for you, okay? To provide offerings to your ancestors. So a lot of times when we feel tired and drained of energy, it's because, like I said before, the Bible talks about how Since Judgment Day hasn't happened, nobody is in heaven and no one is in hell. Our ancestors are either reincarnated as our children or us, or they are still living their life out in the spirit realm, drawing energy off of us because we don't provide them with any sustenance. Okay? So definitely want to provide them with offerings. Non-perishable foods, rice, a little small bowl of rice, a little bowl of beans, an apple, wine, water, coffee. They're not going to drink the water and drink the wine. They're not going to eat the rice or the apple or the beans. This all represents sustenance. Okay, this will sustain them so they can stop drawing energy off of you. And once they are not able to draw energy off of you, they're going to provide you with more energy and more assistance. And it's almost like saying, when you're offering things to them, it's almost like saying thank you for everything you endured for me to even be here, really. You're honoring them and you're thanking them, because think about, especially if you were Black, your ancestors went through all kinds of shit to make sure that you were able and to be provided with the freedom to even honor them in such a sacred, ancient way. You know what I mean? They made sure that they did what they had to do so that in 2021, you would never have to feel the pain of the crack of a whip. They did what they had to do. They ran, they fought, they cried, they kept their mouth shut and tried to, seduce their way through the struggle. And here you are, living in your abundance, living in your freedom, because your ancestors fought and died for this. You are their wildest dreams. They said, maybe not me, but maybe my granddaughter. Maybe not me, but maybe my great-granddaughter. Maybe not me, but maybe my great-grandson. Maybe my grandson. You owe it to them, right, to live in abundance, and then honor them for that and thank them by providing them offerings, okay? Crystals, ancestor money, food, alcohol, coffee. We'll get all off into that. Manifestation. When I go to my ancestor altar, I let them know exactly what my plans are. These are my plans. This is what I want to do. Please assist me on my journey and make sure that I have little to no mistake. They're going to show you your pitfalls. Okay? They're going to assist you on your journey. I stand as one, but I come as 10,000. Okay? I am a powerhouse. Okay, my ancestors don't want me to fail. So where I can see the physical things that might cause me to fail, because I am wise, my ancestors can show me the spiritual entities trying to set me up to fail, right? So they can show me the spiritual side. They can help fight the spiritual battle on my behalf. I don't have to fight that battle. A lot of people are fighting demons in the spirit world on their own. They're fighting inner demons. They're fighting inner spirits. A lot of people's spirit is so pure and so good, and it's irritating other people's demons, which is causing stress to plague people who are not even understanding what it is they're fighting. It's unseen. They don't see the demons they're fighting. And a lot of people are like, well, God is fighting the demons for me. Jesus is fighting the demons for me. Well, what are you doing? You can't just never pray, never offer anything, you know what I mean, to your ancestors or to your Most High God and expect them to, you never offer, you never sit down and pray, you never sit down and meditate, you never do anything related to spirituality thinking that God and Jesus are just going to fight for you. You know what I mean? That is very ungrateful-like. Because maybe they will fight on your behalf without you having to do anything, because God protects babies and fools. But I really feel like that once you, if you are watching this video, now you know better. So you need to do better. You need to do the work just like they are doing the work. While they're fighting your spiritual battles, you offer them sustenance to do so. Okay? Ancestors, angels, same thing. If they're fighting your spiritual battle, you need to make sure they stay strong to do so. This is what those offerings are for. To keep abundance, protection, and love in your life. Let me tell you something. Your ancestors love you. If don't nobody else love you, if don't nobody else care about you, your ancestors love you. They knew you were going to be here. They knew about you before you were even a thought. They knew that I'm fighting this battle. I'm enduring this slavery. I'm enduring all of these trials and tribulations so that one day my granddaughter or my grandson can be the person that they are today, to thrive through life instead of survive. So they love you that much. You are their wildest dreams, okay? So this ancestor altar helps keep that love in your life and helps you tap into that love that kept them alive enough for you to be alive. You know what I mean? Because if they would have died before your mother was born, then you wouldn't be here. So they survived it so that you can thrive. Okay? They love you. I always tell people this. When people mishandle you, it doesn't benefit you any to react to it. Or me. This is how I feel. When people try to mishandle me, I don't react to it because I know it has little to do with me and everything to do with how they feel about themselves. But I can't promise you how my ancestors are going to react on my behalf. I can't. You know what I mean? So be careful with me because I'm divinely protected. I am protected. That's what this ancestor altar provides for you. Protection. Okay? So, what all should be on your altar? How should you set your altar up? And what should be the offerings? We're going to go through the list of things. If you want to get a pencil and pen out to write these things down, you can. And we'll just go right off into it. A picture or pictures of your passed away loved ones. If you are adopted or you have a strained relationship with your family where you can't ask for a picture of your ancestors, you can use an empty picture frame, and that will represent your ancestors known and unknown. A white tablecloth, a glass of spring water, has to be spring or alkaline, can't be tap water, can't be purified water, has to be alkaline or spring water. A white candle, and a plant or flowers, real or fake, sage, a Palo Santo stick, or frankincense, an incense, Florida water, blessing oil, crystals, ancestor money, food, and alcohol. Now we're going to go through what each item on the ancestor altar represents, okay? Because everything has intent, everything has a representation.